CD-ROM writer. Unfortunately, due to format variations and other issues, Daimler-Chrysler cannot guarantee that a homemade CD will play in Wrangler's available CD system. If you ever have problems playing a CD, please double-check that it's a commercially produced disc that was purchased at retail before you return to the dealership for service. Here are several tips to help you maintain the appearance and functionality of your soft top. First, never lower the top or roll the windows in temperatures colder than 40 degrees Fahrenheit, or you could damage them. If the top has been folded for some length of time, or if the temperature is below 72 degrees, the top may appear to have shrunk when you try to raise it. Place the vehicle in a warm area and pull steadily on the top fabric. This will stretch the fabric back to its original size. To minimize the chance of scratches caused by grit, make sure that the windows are clean before removing them or rolling them up. Never wipe them with a dry cloth. Use a moist, soft cloth and wipe from side to side to remove dust. Never use a scraper or de-icing chemicals to remove frost, snow, or ice. Use warm water for quick de-icing. Avoid using hot water or anything stronger than mild soap when washing the top. And never take a Wrangler soft top through an automatic car wash. If your Wrangler's equipped with the optional tinted windows, follow the same maintenance tips we've just described. The soft top zippers are quite durable when properly used and cared for. Always unzip the window completely before removing it. You can clean the zippers with a mild soap solution and a small brush. You can make the zippers easier to use by cleaning and lubricating them with Mopar Soft Top Zipper Cleaner and Lubricant, which is available from your dealer. Wrangler's well suited to driving off pavement or in severe situations, and many owners use it this way. One side effect is that Wrangler's floor often gets dirty from shoes and boots tracking mud or snow into the vehicle. That's why Jeep engineers have made sure that it's easy to clean. You can remove the carpet for cleaning and hose off the floor if you like. Extreme care should be taken not to spray the steering column and electrical components while hosing off the floor. If your vehicle is equipped with a passenger airbag on-off switch, make sure the weatherized cover is in place. You should now have an easier time cleaning the carpets. Shampoo it with a reliable upholstery cleaner using a natural sponge or a soft bristled brush. Vacuum the carpet after it dries. If necessary, you can remove the drain plugs located in the floor pan in the front seat area and in the back seat area. And carefully hose out any mud or dirt. But don't use high pressure. You need to avoid splashing water onto the seats or under the instrument panel. Again, extreme care should be taken not to spray the steering column and electrical components. After the carpet and interior are dry, replace the drain plugs and carpet. Never drive your Wrangler with the carpet removed. It's designed to insulate you and your passengers from the heat of the floor pan. The air filter and most fluids can be checked from above the engine compartment. Service points are marked in yellow for easy recognition. Fluid for the manual transmission, transfer case, and the front and rear axles must be checked from below. Refer to your owner's manual for recommended maintenance schedules, fluid types, and other important information. If you drive your Wrangler off-road, you'll want to use Maintenance Schedule B. Please note that your Wrangler uses long-life, environmentally friendly engine coolant in keeping with Jeep's Tread Lightly philosophy. Please refer to your owner's manual for more information on the engine coolant. When you refuel your car and the nozzle shuts off, the fuel tank is full. Do not attempt to top off the tank and fill it any further, or you could spill fuel and release emissions into the air. Also, after filling, be sure to tighten the fuel cap until you hear it click. If your check engine warning light appears soon after refueling the car, it could be caused by a loose fuel filler cap. If this happens, turn the engine off and check that the cap is fully tightened. You'll hear several clicks when you turn it far enough. Wrangler's accessory fuse panel is located behind the glove box. To reach it, remove the glove box by slipping the glove box strap off its hook and letting the door roll down off its hinges. At the passenger side of the engine compartment is the power distribution center, which holds additional fuses. A Wrangler with the 4.0-liter engine can tow up to 2,000 pounds when properly equipped. Wranglers with the 2.4-liter engine can tow up to 1,000 pounds when properly equipped. If you plan to tow a trailer, make sure you use only low-profile or fold-down types with less than 25 square feet of frontal area. Tall trailers are not recommended. Trailer towing requires the installation of a Class 1 hitch. You can see your dealer about having one installed. And don't forget to check the laws about towing wherever you live. Tips for safe loading and towing, as well as additional maintenance, can be found in your owner's manual. Many owners like to tow their Wrangler behind a larger vehicle, such as a motorhome. If you plan to do this, it's important that you follow the correct procedure to prevent damage to the powertrain components. If it's in four-wheel drive, shift the transfer case into two-wheel drive high, and make sure that the four-wheel drive light is out. Once the vehicle is in two-wheel drive, shift the transmission into reverse and drive 10 feet rearward. Then, stop and drive 10 feet forward. This will ensure that the front axle is disengaged. Shift the transmission into neutral. Turn off the engine and place the ignition key in the unlocked off position. Shift the transfer case from two-wheel drive high into neutral. If you have a manual transmission, put it into gear. If you have an automatic, put it into park. This precaution will prevent damage to the transmission while the Wrangler's being towed. You can do this while towing because the transfer case will be in neutral. Apply the parking brake. Now attach the Wrangler to the tow vehicle with a tow bar. Make sure to use a tow bar that bolts onto the front bumper or frame, and not one that simply clamps on. Once the vehicles are attached, release the Wrangler's parking brake, and you're ready to go. But again, be sure that you've checked the laws before towing your Wrangler. Your Wrangler may be equipped with an anti-lock brake system or ABS. If so, you need to understand how they work and what to expect. When you brake on a surface with good traction, the brakes operate normally. ABS does not activate unless the system detects that one or more wheels are slipping. During an ABS stop, the brakes work differently. When you press firmly, you'll experience a vibrating sensation and clicking sounds as ABS controls the brake pressure. And when your vehicle comes to a complete stop, you may feel the brake pedal drop slightly as the ABS shuts off. To maximize the control ABS can provide, there's only one thing to remember: never pump the brake pedal. Manual pumping of the brakes will diminish their effectiveness and will cause an increase in stopping distance. Just press firmly on the brake pedal and let the system do the work. To ensure that the components of the system are operating safely, ABS performs two self-checks. The first one occurs when you start the engine. When you turn the ignition key, the ABS light will illuminate momentarily and you may hear a clicking sound. If your foot is on the brake pedal, you also may feel a pulse while this happens. Another ABS self-check occurs when your Wrangler reaches between 6 and 8 miles per hour. This time, the ABS will make a low humming sound. Once again, if you happen to hit the brakes at this time, you may feel the pedal vibrate. If a problem is detected, the ABS warning light will illuminate, indicating that the anti-lock braking system is not functioning properly. If you're traveling off-road and the ABS light comes on, the system could simply have been temporarily defeated. Shut the engine off, then restart it. If the light goes out normally, the system's working properly. But if the ABS light stays on, your vehicle needs service. In the meantime, your brakes will still work as well as vehicles with conventional braking systems. Because ABS works by detecting wheel slippage during braking, you may hear and feel it kick in at unexpected times. For example, If you're braking while going over a set of railroad tracks, or while driving on an uneven surface such as a bumpy or gravel road, you may hear the ABS working. It can also activate during severe braking. It's normal for ABS to work in these situations. They show that ABS is doing what it was designed to do. Finally, remember that ABS will not necessarily reduce braking distance, but it will help you maintain steering control while you're braking. When shifting into reverse, there are two things you should keep in mind. First, whenever you shift from neutral into reverse, such as when you back out of a parking space, for example, you can prevent gear clash by letting the gears spin down. Simply depress the clutch pedal and wait for about 3 seconds before you shift into reverse. Also, it may occasionally seem that you can't shift the vehicle into reverse. Don't worry, the transmission is not broken. It's just that the gear teeth, instead of meshing like they're supposed to, are lining up with each other. If this ever happens to you, do this. Depress the clutch pedal, place the transmission into neutral, and release the clutch. Depress the clutch pedal again, and wait 3 seconds for the gears to spin down before you again try shifting into reverse. If this still doesn't work, repeat the procedure. Wranglers with manual transmissions are equipped with a clutch interlock, which means that the engine will not start unless the clutch pedal is depressed to the floor. For some challenging off-road situations, you may want to temporarily defeat this feature. Refer to the starting and operating section of your owner's manual for the procedure. Now we'd like to show you how your Command Track four-wheel drive system operates and instruct you in some basic driving techniques. Some of these techniques also appear in greater detail in your owner's manual. Command Track allows you to choose between two-wheel drive for normal operation and part-time four-wheel drive for better traction on slippery surfaces such as snow, ice, or mud. Command Track allows you to shift on the fly into four-wheel drive high while traveling at any legal speed. But if you want to shift into or out of four-wheel drive low, which provides maximum traction in severe conditions, you'll need to virtually stop the vehicle. When you need greater pulling power at low speeds, improved handling and control in extremely rugged terrain, and whenever extra traction is required off pavement, you can shift into four-wheel drive low range. 4 low provides maximum four-wheel drive traction. To shift into 4 low, slow the vehicle down to 2 or 3 miles per hour. Shift the transmission into neutral. While you're still rolling, quickly pull the transfer case lever into 4 low without pausing in neutral. When you're done, return the transmission to any gear you wish. To shift out of 4 low, slow down again to 2 or 3 miles per hour and simply reverse the process. The gear noise you hear when you shift into or out of 4 low is normal. Make the 4 low shift a quick one. If you shift slowly, you won't like the sound it produces. Remember, 4 low should only be used at low speeds and in slippery or very rugged terrain. There are 2 important things to keep in mind when driving off pavement. First, tread lightly on the environment and respect local land use restrictions. And second, always remember to buckle up and drive sensibly, because even when you're out seeking fun and adventure, safety must always come first. Utility vehicles have a higher ground clearance than most passenger cars, so that they're able to perform in a variety of off-pavement conditions. However, they're not designed for cornering at the same speeds. So whenever possible, avoid sharp turns and abrupt maneuvers. Now, let's go over a few four-wheel driving techniques. Here are the basic procedures if you get stuck in sand or snow. Don't race the motor and spin the wheels, or you'll only dig a deeper hole. Gently rock your Wrangler back and forth and turn the steering wheel left and right until you gain traction. You can also increase the traction by placing floor mats in front of your tires. In sand, use any available water and wet in front of the wheels to create a firmer base. Be extremely cautious of driving in deep water. The first thing to do is check the depth. Avoid water that's higher than the bottom of the wheel hubs. If you're able to move on, maintain a slow, steady speed. Make sure you take extra precautions even after driving in rain, because wet brakes often behave differently. And make sure you ride your brakes lightly to help them dry out quickly. When you need to tackle a hill, make sure you follow these instructions. Always try to go straight up or down. Never drive a hill at an angle, or the vehicle may become unstable. At all times, keep your wheels on the ground. This might seem obvious, but we sometimes see exaggerations of what vehicles can do. And when you start out, use sufficient climbing power at the bottom, and then as you approach the top, ease up. Whenever you get behind the wheel, always be aware of your vehicle's center of gravity and never drive at an angle along hillsides. If you must drive along a sloping shoulder or shallow ditch, make only gradual steering adjustments. Whatever you do, don't make sudden steering corrections. The more gentle and gradual you work onto the road, the more successful you'll be. When you encounter a log or other obstacle, make sure you investigate the situation before you make your move. It may be easiest to cross over the obstacle at a slight angle, one wheel at a time. And always be aware of your vehicle's ground clearance. You obviously can't scale a 12-inch log if your clearance is only 10 inches. After driving off-road, you should completely inspect the vehicle's underbody for damage. This includes the tires, body structure, steering, suspension, exhaust system, and fasteners. Remove any brush or vegetation that may have accumulated. If you drive on roads that are dusty or salt-covered, hose off the undercarriage at least once a month. And if you've operated the vehicle for an extended period in mud, sand, or water, have your brake drums and linings and the axle joints inspected and cleaned. Jeep vehicles are as tough as they come. There's just so much they can do, so many breathtaking places they can go. That's why Jeep Jamborees were born, events where owners discover all of the off-highway excitement their vehicles have to offer. Jamborees are held at various sites over 3-day weekends from February to October. Under the guidance of experts, Jeep Jamboree participants learn how to traverse terrain they previously thought impassable. And Jeep owners have responded enthusiastically since the very first Jeep Jamboree was held on the Rubicon Trail in California back in 1953. In fact, they're so popular today, Jamborees are now held throughout the U.S. and around the world. One of Jeep Jamboree's biggest selling points is the beautiful scenery that surrounds you no matter which event you choose. And Jeep Jamborees are always designed to have minimal impact on the surrounding environment in order to preserve that beauty. Some Jamborees include activities such as fishing and hiking. Some involve outdoor camping, while others end up at historic inns. There's always plenty of fun and adventure for the entire family. And don't forget, you're in a league of your own because only Jeep vehicles and their owners participate in Jeep Jamborees. For complete information and a list of this year's Jamboree locations, make sure you receive a current Jeep Jamboree USA guidebook from your dealer or call 1-800-925-JEEP. There's only one thing better than a Jeep Wrangler, and that's one that's complete with genuine Mopar accessories. Mopar accessories are not only designed and tested to meet the highest standards, they're made exclusively for your vehicle, and they're protected by one of the strongest warranties in the industry. Here's just a sample of the great products available from Mopar. Tubular front and rear bumpers or brush and grill guards are an attractive way to dress up your Wrangler and are available in a variety of finishes. A tubular light bar and off-road lights allow you to stay out longer at night, while a winch can pull you or a friend out of a sticky situation. The sunbonnet protects you from the sun while allowing an open-air ride, while the tonneau cover protects the cargo area. The windscreen helps reduce backdrafts and wind noise, and tire covers protect your spare from the elements. All are available in the same fabric colors as the original equipment soft tops. If you enjoy outdoor recreation, Mopar offers carriers for bicycles and skis that mount to a trailer hitch. This powerful sound deck kit includes an 8-inch subwoofer, 2 tweeters, and a 50-watt amplifier in a color-keyed housing, plus 2 mid-range speakers to upgrade the dash-mounted speakers. When combined with the sound bar, you'll enjoy premium sound with the soft top up or down. Plus, Mopar has a wide range of items designed to help you use your Wrangler for towing. See your dealer for more information about the complete line of great Mopar accessories. You can also visit the Mopar website at www.mopar.com. Well, we've covered a lot of ground, but now it's time for you to get out there and find out what real driving's all about. If you should experience any trouble along the way, keep in mind that your Wrangler comes with 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week roadside assistance. It's only a phone call away. For more information about roadside assistance, refer to the Roadside Assistance Information Guide that's contained in your owner's manual packet, or contact your dealer. And by all means, enjoy your Jeep Wrangler.